Who will be joining us on the sofa to tell us all about her.
No,
she
Wherever
can't.
she goes, she shouts. Shout, come on!
For her final tour, and revealing why she has the Beatles to thank for kick-starting her career.
See you in a bit.
Good luck.
Sorry, Lulu's distracting me.
She's distracted.
I'm so easily distracted. Right, don't go anywhere.
Ever young, glamorous Lulu will be joining us.
Ditto.
I mean, seriously, she'll be talking to us about her final tour. We'll see you after this.
To shout about.
It is a garden to shout about, unquestionably.
Absolutely. Now, our next guest is a larger-than-life Scottish singer who is celebrating an unbelievable 6 decades in show
Can't
business.
possibly be true. Lulu is here to tell us all about embarking on her final ever tour. Before we chat, though, let's look back at her remarkable career.
Well, you know you make me wanna shout. Look my hand.
Singing sensation Lulu shot to fame when she released her debut single, Shout, in 1964, aged just 15. Just a few years later, in 1967, she starred as the cheeky Barbara Pegg in To Sir with Love, as well as recording the title song for the film soundtrack. She went on to be the second British singer to win Eurovision with the classic Boom Bang a Bang. And Lulu truly cemented herself as a household name when she recorded the title track for James Bond's The Man with the Golden Gun. She starred in numerous TV shows over the years alongside legendary guests.
What are you saying word again?
Lulu?
Oh, like Sting. What is it you do?
I'm a singer.
This year marks Lulu's 60th year in the music business. And next month, she'll embark on her final ever tour, finishing at the iconic London Palladium.
And Lulu joins us now. I was just asking you how it feels when you watch that back. Does it feel like you're the same person? Does it bring back memories? What does it feel like?
Well, I've had to look at a lot of film and a lot of photographs because of celebrating the 60. Everyone's saying, you've got to celebrate it. And I was 75 in November, so there's got to be some celebration this year. And so I've had to look at things, and I remembered when I would look at pictures of myself immediately after they'd been taken and I was 15, I was like, oh, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too... Teenage girls.
Yeah, of course.
Teenage girls alike.
Yeah.
But now I look at them and I think, who is that little person?
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet. I'm thinking of 60 years, and this tour, it's going to be a sellout. It's very
Emotional.
kind of
Yeah.
a little bit emotional. Yeah.
What do you think, Lulu, if you could go back to that 15-year-old and sit down with her and have a chat, what do you think you'd tell her?
Less backcombing?
Never. Never. Less hairspray. Never. Not in the 60s. You're funny. Anyway, no. What would it be? Oh, I think everything is okay.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're okay. You're not too fat. You're not too short. You're not too all the things you think you are. Because I was very critical of myself. I still am, but not as much.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that I'm very, very lucky. And that's kind of also what I'm going to do on this tour. And I think it's like it's called Champagne for Lulu.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which is a nice, I thought it was, because that's
Fabulous.
Jennifer. Jennifer's, you know, her ab-fab thing she said. And then I added afterwards with family and friends. So I have family, not saying, and I don't want to say anything about what the content is. And then there are friends popping in.
Wow.
And you might be able to think of some of them. You might get it, you know, but it's going to be fun.
So there's collaborations on stage.
I am not saying a word.
Yeah, there's got to be.
Because
Yeah,
there's
there's
got to
gotta
be a surprise.
You've done enough Take That tours. They owe you.
Yeah, they do.
They owe you.
Actually, you know what? They did me a favour by putting me on that bloody record. I mean, I was reinvented, Joe. You know, to have a reinvention when you're in your 40s, having worked since 15 years of age, and then, well, they're family now.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Absolutely.
And I just bumped into Harry Redknapp, and you know, before I came in, and
He's coming on to Loose Women, isn't he, after us?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's like when I was young, I was always very anxious. I would hide it by being loud. I talk. I'm still pretty much that person, but the anxiety I would not talk about. I would be afraid. I would keep it, you know, hidden. Try to be cool, you know what I mean? And trying to be cool, maybe in that accent.
That would be better, yeah.
Not very, but today I'm not as anxious because I kind of feel connected, more connected, and I know that's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I want to connect. I want to feel connected.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel separate from you.
No.
I don't want to feel separate from anybody or nervous.
Did you
And
know-
that's the meditation has helped with that, you know.
Oh, the gong bath.
Did you see our gong baths before?
I did.
Have you ever done that?
No, and I don't think it matters what form of meditation
No.
you do, but today
something.
it's the most important, one of the most important things in my life. 40 years I've been doing it.
Did you know Harry then? You just mentioned Harry Redknapp. Did you know
Harry
him through
Redknapp.
through the 60s? Did you know him when he was
I
playing?
didn't really know Harry. I probably met him. I mean, Alex Ferguson was my friend.
Yeah.
And still is. But I knew Harry's son. I met through Take That.
You met
I
Jamie?
knew Jamie through it. Yeah. And so now I feel like if I haven't met someone or worked with them, I know someone who knows them.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's that.
One way or another.
Like you.
Yeah,
I feel
one way
I've
or
known
the
you
other.
I now feel I've known you for quite some time.
Long
right?
time I've been interviewing you over the years.
Right. And last time though was in America.
Yeah, yeah.
With our
True.
brilliant friend Nigel. Lithgow.
True.
Yeah.
But so what's happening with this tour? This doesn't mean that you're retiring. It doesn't mean you're slowing down. It doesn't mean you're stopping. You're just not going to tour anymore, essentially.
It's the touring thing. I'm not going to stop working. Retirement to me is a filthy word because I am very active person. I've got a lot of energy, but the touring I want to do. I mean, I just did a film with Diane Keaton last year, which was so much fun.
Exciting.
Diane is looking for another project for us because we hit it off so well. I've been studying acting. I mean, in fact, Damian Lewis was on yesterday.
he was, yeah.
Now, Helen,
Yes.
his
Lovely
wife,
story.
I loved her so much. And because of her, because I admired her, I found a coach who had worked with her, and I've been working with that coach for 6-7 years now.
Is that right?
So I've learned the acting techniques before I would be winging it. I have a feel for it, you know?
Yeah.
But I wasn't ever trained like she was.
So you started training in acting in your 60s, having done loads of films and loads of acting already.
With Sidney Poitier and I mean
And so I love the idea that you still feel like you're learning now, though.
I think it's so important. And I think, I heard the thing you were talking about with the food. It's very important to what you eat. How do you live to 100? I don't know if I want to live to 100 necessarily, but for
We want you to.
however long I live for, I think we would all agree that it's about being, God bless us, all pleased with good health.
Yeah.
And if we take care of ourselves, and I think because I am extremely disciplined,
yeah.
I have managed to kind of keep going and, I'm agile and I'm not...
Yeah.
Thank you, God,
I think also the other thing is you love what you do. I was talking to the boys about that and said, because sometimes they're like, Mom, don't go to work. And I'm like, no, but I'm so lucky. I love what I do. And it's so important if you can find something that you love.
That's a very, very important point. Now that I'm so old, people say, what advice would you give? And I say, well, don't ask me to give advice, But in fact, that's maybe the piece of advice I would give to a young person. Find what you love, if you can, and make that your job. I'm sure you're the same.
Find something you love, you never work a day in your life, right?
You know what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
reality. Yeah, too right.
So I have that. I always say I'm lucky. And I always say I have angels on my shoulders because... I still love what I do.
Yeah.
So Champagne for Lulu, it's sell out? Can people still get tickets?
I think it's just
Lulu?
about totally sold out.
Oh, my days.
Maybe Gateshead, there's some tickets. There's some Gateshead. I think maybe,
And you're
but
looking
not
for your
many.
tour
But not
manager.
many. And then Aberdeen, there's a couple, but not many.
OK.
So, great.
It's going to be absolutely fabulous for you to get back out there.
Absolutely, you said the right word.
It's
He's
right
got
there.
it all down.
Champagne for Lulu. It's as simple as that.
Celebration.
Thank you so much for coming in and just being magical. It's just really, really... It's always a treat to meet because I think, as you say, you just embody that energy and that enthusiasm for life.
And I think, that connecting thing with my fans, I have the most unbelievable fans who've supported me for 60 years.
Yeah,
And then there's been new ones along the way. So this is kind of a thank you as well.
Amazing.
So that it's a big party, a connected thing. It's all about the love.
I think I might find myself to the Palladium, maybe.
I think you might.
Yes, when you say friends, and
I'm
is
there.
there a collaboration?
Old friends.
I'm not going on stage.
Oh,
she wants an
wait a
audience,
minute,
but I'll be there.
wait a minute.
I think we
You
just sold
never
that.
know.
A duet, Cat and
Thank
Lulu.
you, Lulu.
The Loose
Thank
Women
you,
are up
darling.
next. Morning, Christine, or afternoon it is now, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed. Good afternoon. Coming up here after last night's heartbreaking episode of The Hairy Bikers? Is there something special about a final image of someone? Also, it all kicked off in Big Brother between Fern and Nikita. How do you handle confrontation? And two of the loosest lads on the telly, Harry Redknapp and Gino D'Acampo. We're live next on ITV1.
Trouble in the studio. On tomorrow's This Morning, Craig Doyle, Lisa Snowdon and Sarah Jossel will be live from one of London's most iconic landmarks, Battersea Power Station.
Yeah, and Sian's catching up with Jake Gyllenhaal.
And Danny Dyer is joining us on the sofa to talk Bake Off.
We'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Have a
10
great
o'clock.
day. Bye-bye.